Well, hello and welcome to The One Show with Alex Jones.
And Matt Baker. Now, it's 2 weeks to go until the big day, so it's time to get the Christmas set in and look!
Here it is in all its glory!
It's so pretty.
Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. The fire's lit. Look at this place, it's absolutely magical. Oh. Now, of course, work has been going on all day, and the man who has been up in the loft and put all of this together...
Up in the loft.
He's just finishing up now, look, putting the final little preparations to the Christmas tree. Robbie, this is looking just beautiful, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The times are hard and I'm getting 50 notes for this.
See, Robbie, I know you were going to put a star on top, but I do love an angel instead.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can feel me and let me entertain you, and then hopefully it won't take a millennium.
That's the joke.
Back for
We
good.
like that.
Other songs like that. Okay.
Good work. Well, whilst Robbie finishes work, let's meet our first guest, whose CV shines as bright as any Christmas light. Everything from Cutting It to Atlantis and Broadchurch.
And, of course, she recently played the very important roles of BBC Head of Output and Director of Better in W1A. It's Sarah Parish. Give it to Robbie, he'll do something with it.
Shall I, Robbie?
Yeah, we'll put it in the... Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'm on it. Thank you, darling.
Sarah, hello. Now, I am happy to report that he's now finished with our Christmas tree.
Eventually.
So shall we welcome Robbie Williams to the One Show
Yes.
sofa? Hi, Robbie.
You all right?
Good to see you.
Hello, love. Nice to see you. Hello, gorgeous. Hello. How are you doing? Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
But you two, of course, you know each other, don't you? So we don't need to do any introductions, yeah?
Yeah, a long time ago in a different century.
It was.
Different century, different people. They say that your body regenerates everything every 7 years.
Does it?
We both met different people.
We did meet different people twice over. Gosh, how weird.
In the heady days of the 90s, it's a little place that they chose to call the Groucho Club.
Yeah.
I think that's where we met.
We had a dinner there, didn't we?
Good
with,
times.
Our friend Charlie and my
Charlie
then boyfriend.
Condon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Charlie Condon.
Shout out to Charlie. Yeah, it was great.
Well, that, Robbie, was back in the autobiography, and now you've got another book out, Robbie, called Reveal. And the interesting thing is, the writer of this book is not you. The writer's with us
Yes.
tonight, Chris.
Yeah, that throw to Chris in the audience.
Chris, well, listen, yeah, because Sarah brought her husband and you've brought your biographer. So,
Yeah, he's also Father Christmas.
and how does this kind of relationship work then?
Well, Chris is a really good mate of mine, and we've known each other for a long time.
Yeah.
And our jobs take us all around the world, and you don't get to spend a lot of time with those you love. And it's just another excuse to spend a lot of time with Chris Heath, to be honest. And he follows me around and he puts on his phone, he presses... Because I've been saying he tapes me, but people don't tape anymore, do they? So he sticks on his phone, he puts on record and records absolutely everything that I say. So I've got to be nice to him because the unofficial book that he could write could be very, very explosive.
Well, this book, it covers the last decade, really, and during the book, you transition, really, don't you, from a man with demons to a family man. So tell us now, then, how your wife, lovely Ada, she saved your life, really, didn't she? I mean, that's not...
It's kind of how it goes in a different land. Yeah, she kind of did, she kind of didn't, to be honest.
But meeting her was a big thing,
It was very
wasn't it?
transformative.
Yeah, exactly.
Because my only commandment was thou shalt not get married and thou shalt not have children. And that was...
And you've broken both.
I broke both, but she came into my life and how could I not, you know? I fell in love, she makes me laugh, and her personality just beguiled me, and there we were, and here we are now, 10 years later, 2 children in, 7 years of marriage. And yeah, she's transformed my life. But you know, I did have my demons, and I do have my demons. I still do. But most of my life has been spent being sober and being a good boy. And I think the bits where it punctuates that with going against that and being a very naughty boy, you know, been very few and far between, but she did come into my life, and we got married, we've had the children, and it has transformed me. It sharpens the attention, sharpens the focus, having children. You know, everything becomes about them.
Yeah, sure.
Life is very, very different. And, yeah, Teddy is 5 years old, And it's no coincidence that I've toured more than I've ever toured in the last 5 years.
Very convenient.
I've just been working, providing for the family.
Of course,
Sure,
yeah.
So when you think back to that commandment, when you said there that, you know, you wouldn't have children, do you understand that you thought that back then?
Yeah, even more now. No, it's not true. It's not true. All the way through my 20s, I just wanted somebody to fix me. I wanted somebody to come in my life, and, you know, I'd heard the songs that take my breath away. And you're at school and you think somebody's going to come and take your breath away. And they're going to fill in all of the blanks, and you're going to live happily ever after. So I set about trying to find her, whoever she was going to be, for a decade, and I didn't. And then I was like, hang on, I'm all right. I get to do all of this stuff that I like doing, and nobody can tell me that I can't watch 2 games of football on a Sunday, and I still hold the remote control. The only thing different now is I still hold the remote control, but I don't choose what's on the TV.
Exactly. And not long after meeting your wife, you then got a chance to reunite with Take That after quite a long time, didn't you? So you'd left in '96, and this was about 2010 or somewhere there, wasn't it? You say in the book, first meeting didn't go brilliantly.
No, because I still had hangover left from, you know, mine and Gary Barlow's, the lovely Gary's relationship. And our first meeting was at a hotel in Los Angeles. And I came out of Take That all guns a-blazing, and, you know, saying this, that and the other about them, the manager and everything. And, you know, caused a bit of a stink. A lot of it was induced, let's say. And then we had a meeting in Los Angeles, went to the hotel, and there was
Amazing
sort of like...
that meeting actually happened, though, that first meeting.
Yeah.
You were so...
Yeah, well, there was a huge elephant in the room, and that wasn't Jason Orange. And there was, you know, we would kind of be like, yeah, Howard, oh, Gary Barlow's over there. Oh, yeah, Mark, oh, Gary's still there.
Maybe you had to go through that, though, obviously, to end up, you know, where you did, and kind of reform in a bit.
Days later, the lads came up to my house in LA, and we had a meeting around the fire in the conversation pit. And I got to say everything that I wanted to say to Gaz, and Gaz got to say everything that he wanted to say to me. And instantly, we were literally rolling about laughing on the floor in the kitchen. And just like something had made us both laugh, and we just instantly got to the place that we've always wanted to be, and was for many occasions during my time in Take That.
Well, there's so much that's in the book, thanks to how open you are, and thanks to Chris.
Over there.
And he's wonderful. And I know you're taking notes tonight, so you never know, we might be in the next book. Who knows?
Absolutely.
Oh, gosh.
Right, we've been talking a lot about the weather this evening and the amount of snow that's been out.
We have.
So we threw out to the One Show family, and here's their story of what's been happening over the last 24 hours with all the snow. Well, the big question is more snow on the way, and will it fall when we all wanted to on Christmas morning? Well, BBC Weather's Nick Miller is here now to give us that answer. So, are you sitting on a fence, and is there snow on the top rail of it?
I know what you want me to say.
Yes, you do, so say it, Nick.
You can't make me say it. I have to stay true to the forecast. Snow now doesn't mean that it's going to be snowing on Christmas Day. It may seem...
Oh, yes, he did.
I'm still not going to say it. It may seem like Christmas is close, but in the world of weather, it's a long way away. And it looks as if next week our weather will be turning milder again. And although
nobody was mild.
And although it's still not set in stone, it's probable at the moment for much of the UK that it will be mild on Christmas Day, so green rather than white. But I have to say, again, it's still a long way off, so absolutely keep checking the forecast. But, for example, Sarah, I think you're going to be in Hampshire for Christmas. I'd be very surprised looking at the forecast now. And, Robbie, you've got family in Stoke. Again, I'd be surprised at this moment, but it could change. So I'm not ruling out completely. I don't want to take all the joy out of Christmas right now.
Good for people having bikes, though, as you said earlier. That's the only plus here. Isn't it? Because they can go out.
Robbie, I mean,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was.
We've got Scrooge sat on the sofa.
Shall I go now?
And weather, I mean, obviously, Robbie, you've been keeping a close eye on the news recently, because back in LA, which is where your family are, I mean, incredible wildfires. How affected are your family over there?
Well, the fire was less than a mile away from our home, and all the animals had to be evacuated. And my son has got croup, so the air quality's terrible, and at the moment he's having to stay indoors until it all clears up.
It's very scary, isn't it?
Yeah, terrifying. As long as the animals are all right, I'm all right, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Robbie, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks to Sarah and Nick as well. Bancroft begins tonight, 9 o'clock on ITV, and the book Reveal is out now.